So I'm in my old room. My parents didn't change it a whole lot. I took my bed, they brought a new bed in, so. Um, so what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna talk more about this. Um, so a tidbit for you guys that may want different piercings, may want like industrials done. I wanted an industrial done, and this is a sign that you're going to a good shop to get it done at. Um, So the lady, she could have just taken my money, because they take your money first when you're getting a piercing. They take your money first, because they're like, that's all you're gonna get. So we're gonna go ahead and take your money. I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. 100% fine. Is it my old box? It is. Okay, I might need to take that with me. Sorry, my old laptop is still being stupid, so let me just get down here. It's fine. So she was like, I could do an industrial for you, but the problem is where this part sticks out right here. I'm trying not to touch this. This part sticks out right here. The bar would have been resting against it. So she was like, I can do it, but I'm not going to, basically. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And so I asked her, what other piercings do you recommend instead of that one? Because I really want to get one done. And she was like, well, she was naming all these different places. And I'm like, where's that at? What's that? And she was like, you can get the conch, which I believe she said was like right up here, I think. Oh, that's on TV. Or you can get right here, which I forgot what she called it, but this is the tragus. It's the little part that juts out of your ear, of your head, I guess, your face. It is cartilage, so it was a process to get it done. It was really funny, and I really wish we had recorded it, but, it's fine. I don't care. It's over. I got it done, and I was happy about it. And I'm actually thinking about going to get this one done after this one heals a little bit more, because I can't put an earphone in this one yet, and I won't be able to put an earphone in this one if I get it done. So what happened was she cleaned it great. She put alcohol on it, whatever she had to do, and that was fine. She let it dry. She marked it, and then I am prone to panic attacks and anxiety attacks, as you guys may know, because I've said about it in the past videos. She put the clamp on, and I freaked out. I was like, wait! And because my roommate and I were having a conversation about it, and he was like, are you that kind of person that doesn't want to know when it's going to happen, or you want to know when it's going to happen so you can kind of chill out for a minute? And I was like, with the earlobe ones, I really didn't have a warning, so I mean, I guess that's fine. And then she put the clamp on. I was like, wait, I want a warning. So she was like, I'm not doing it yet. I'm just putting the clamp on. And I was like, okay. And she was like, calm down. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm really nervous about it. And she was just like, okay, take a deep breath in and hold it. And I'm just like, for how long? Kelly, for how long? And so I took a deep breath in, and then I felt her going in. So I was like, the face that I made, as my roommate described it, was as if I had just put a sour warhead in my mouth. Because I remember exactly the face that I made, because I was just kind of face, because it didn't hurt, it in a sharp way, but the pressure she had to apply to it was, it was felt, basically. So it didn't hurt bad. For me, I have a high threshold for pain. I was getting my leg tattoo done, and the way that I had to sit is, so I was on a stool, and he was like, prop your leg up on my hip. And I'm like, do you see how short I am? So I threw my leg up on his hip, and then he was like, okay, so now you're gonna have to twist. And I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize I was going to do yoga doing this. Because I did not wear the appropriate pants to do that. I wore pants to where I could roll it up real easily, but around the midriff and everything was kind of tight. And so with the pain of the hip and the tattoo, the pain of the hip was what hurt the most because I was like not prepared for it. I was prepared for the needle stabbing me repeatedly, and that was fine. But yeah, that was that story. But you know, if you if you are thinking about getting a piercing, make sure you go to somebody that's going to tell you how it is, and not someone that's just gonna be like, okay, give me your money and I'll do it. Because I think that if I had gone to the place where I was going to go, I think his piercer would have just pierced me with the industrial, and I probably would have been really unhappy with it. Excuse me. So I'm glad that happened. And she was like, you kind of fixated on that, so I'm guessing that's what you're wanting to do. And I was like, yeah, I just didn't know what it was called. But apparently it's called a tragus. So, it wasn't bad. So, if you have a high threshold for pain, the only thing that you really feel is pressure. So I know I've said it like a couple of times, but I just like to emphasize it. Yeah, it was pretty painless. It was just funny having my roommate there. He doesn't like piercings outside of the earlobe. Like, he's fine with all these three, but he was just like, I'm not okay with that one. Because he was like, I just don't think it's attractive. And I was like, I understand. I think it's very attractive. I like it. I like the little, like, you get the little dot. And there's cool, I've already started picking out jewelry for it, so when I take it out. Another cool thing about her is that, she was talking about not taking it out for, I think she said 4 to 6 weeks. I'm probably gonna wait a couple of months, because, she told me, and I've heard that the, cartilage is the hardest to heal, and it takes the longest, which is understandable. Because she was telling me that it doesn't get a lot of blood flow like the lobe does and other parts of your body does. So I'm going to wait a couple of months before I take it out. But she said that if I bring jewelry for her to change it to, she will help me change it. And she'll be really happy to do that because, as you can probably tell, it's probably hard to get in and out. So if you don't know what a tragus piercing is, it's that. But the back of the earring that's in there, it's flat. So you put it in from the back and go forward. So it's really awkward to do by yourself, and with a round sphere being that close to my ear hole, I don't want to actually drop a sphere in there and wind up damaging my eardrum, which I don't know if actually could happen, but why chance it? So she said that she'd be more than happy to do it. I think down the line, when I decide to go get this one done, I'll have her just change this one as well. I'm going to try to buy them as a pair, so next time when I get that one done, I can just get this one changed and then come back a couple of months later and have that one changed. Or, if I have a significant other that wants to change it, actually maybe not. I might just go back to her. Because, not that I wouldn't trust them, it's just, I feel a little bit better. She was the one doing it. It was funny though, when I first came in, I was just like, I was wondering if I could get an industrial done. And she just kind of looked at my ear. She was just like, let me do some measuring. And I was just like, okay. And we walked back to where they do the piercings in that shop. And she was just like, by the way, I'm the piercer. I'm not just some crazy lady. And I was like, I kind of assumed, but it's always nice for you to clarify. But it was a very good experience. If you are someone that likes piercings, I recommend it. Just because, there's some things that aren't tolerated in working environments, and I don't think the industrial would have been. Like, I was talking to my manager the other day. I was babysitting for her, so she was telling me about how she's allowed to keep this one in, because she has the same one, except for hers is like a bar, but it's underneath her skin basically, but it's still pierced on both sides. I don't know how to explain it, except for I'll find a picture of it or something and show you guys later. she was like, if I had the industrial done, because she was thinking about getting one when she was about my age as well. She and I are about 10 years apart. And she was like, I was thinking about getting it done as well, but found out that with the job that she and I both have, like, the office job that she started off, which is the one that I have now, it's perfectly fine to have all that there. But once you start going into the home health services, social work stuff, and stuff like that, is when you have to take all this stuff out. And she was like, I used to have an eyebrow bar, I used to have a nose ring, I used to have a tongue ring, and I was just like, wow. Like, I expected that of her, but I didn't know she actually did it. But that was that, and I hope that it was kind of informative for you guys. I was happy with it. I'm still happy with it. I was actually thinking about getting a tongue ring, but I guess I'm not going to now. Just so, you know, I can have the jobs that I want. So, I'm going to... Ooh, I dropped the remote. I'm going to watch this, wait for my parents to come back, so I can give my mother her Mother's Day gift. But yeah, so I will talk to you guys later. Bye!